just like that, we should be live, or at least live now. We'll give it a couple seconds before we start to do anything, just to make sure. We should be live any minute now. Offline. It says that we are on air. I'm not seeing anything pop up here. And yep, there we go. Hello everyone and welcome to the season finale. It's round 10 of the NRL GT Sport League, and we are here in the Nurburgring for one final time, and it is a championship showdown that is going down to the wire. Boneville in second place follows your championship leader Tim in first. To win the championship here today, Boneville must outscore Attenborough by 11 points. We'll run through the permutations to how that could happen today in just a moment, but again, apologies for the delay, but we are up here and we are running now, and it should be very good indeed. So for Tim to win, if he manages to put his car on pole position here, obviously an extra 2 points available for pole position, then all he will need to do is finish in 8th position if he manages to put his car on pole today. Otherwise, if he does not, then in the race Tim must finish in at least 7th. That is with if Bonnie wins the race and does not get the fastest lap of the race. For Boneville to win here today needs to finish in at least either first or second place with the fastest lap. If Boneville were to put his car onto pole position, that deficit comes down to 9 points, meaning that if Bonnie were to finish in second, that'd be good enough provided that Tim finished in 8th position. If the championship were to be tied up today, Boneville would take the championship based on having more wins than Attenborough here tonight. So it's going to be a very, very interesting one. I am sure the showdown between these two has been going on all season. There's been flashpoints between them. We think back to Le Mans when they had that battle going down to the last lap. We think of Tokyo Expressway as well, where they're once again very close together on track. They've been pushing each other all season long, and it all comes down to one final race. I am honoured to be covering this with you here today. And yeah, may the best driver win, and we'll see who wins come the end of the 50-minute race after this qualifying session. So let's go down here, just have a look at the other battles going down the grid as well. Ex-Natty G involved in the battle for 5th place as well. A three-way battle between himself, the Scout Dan, and Ted will be keeping an eye on that as well. They're separated by about 3 points. Also, as Natty actually cuts the chicane there, going on to start his lap. We'll have to see what he can do. It's going to be very, very interesting to see if those drivers can change their positions in the last race of the season. Wolfie has secured his 4th position slot as Aston comes across line to do 1 minute 56.0. Natty 6/10 off back. Tiger Assassin now goes to pole position, but for some reason we can't spectate him. There he is on a 55.6 on the racing medium compound tyre. Interesting to see there, but Aston has elected to start on the soft tyres for this race. A bit of an alternate strategy going on there. Wolfie now goes into a 56.9. Attenborough, his first lap of the day, goes into 8th position on a 58.1. Be hoping for a little bit more lap time than that come the end of the session, especially if he wants to challenge Boneville, who found himself in 5th position as it stands. Bit of a drama and controversy last time out in Spa-Francorchamps though, with Boneville overtaking Tiger Assassin, his teammate, to try and secure the win, but that allowed Attenborough to close the gap to the 2 BCR cars, and eventually allowed Tim to take the lead and go on to win the race last time out in Spa. They remind me that BCR have managed to wrap up the Constructors' Championships as well. So a big well done to Tiger and indeed to Boneville. And all that remains to be seen now is if they can also take the Drivers' Championship back home to BCR Esports. I'm trying to get the chat there, and there we do go. They watch the chat room. Hopefully that we just refresh this, see if we can have a look at the chat here. And good evening to BCR Esports, that's Black Country. He'll be willing his two drivers on, I am sure. Tiger dives into the pits. Bon Evil will complete this lap then. As Aston now does a 55.9, another driver into the 55s there on the front row of the grid for Aston. What's it going to be though for Bon Evil? 56.6 does not improve. What about for Attengren now coming through the final chicane? Probably the preferred overtaking spot on this track. Just over 10 minutes left to go in this final qualifying session of the season. Attengren now in the Mercedes to the line. Is it going to be an improvement for the Finn? It is, goes into third place and crucially ahead of Bon Evil, his championship rival. Good to see we've got 4 people already watching the stream. Hello to everyone, good evening to everyone. Hope you enjoyed the NRL, the NRL SRL face off there in the stream before this one. Yeah, Bon Evil, they're still languishing down in 6th position at the moment, quite a ways behind Attengren as it stands. The momentum that looked to be so strong with Bon Evil over the last last 4 or 5 races since Mount Panorama really coming to an end last time out in Spa, where Tim took the win. It's going purple as well through the first sector then. Can he challenge Tiger Assassin to maybe take provisional pole away from the Brit in the Lexus? Coming now down towards the hairpin. Now through the Schumacher S comes Attengren. So committed through there, even in these Group 3 cars have reduced downforce on their F1 counterparts when their F1 came here 2 years ago now in 2020. Looks like a very well put together lap from Attengren as it stands at the moment on the power once again, and now down the back straight, 1,000th up on his personal best time. We'll see if this does go, does put him on provisional pole. Bon Evil is coming into the pit, so is bailed out of his most recent lap. Now Attengren coming up to the chicane. Gets a bit too much curb on the inside, that gets a bit squirrely on exit, a bit loosey-goosey, and backs out of the lap as well. So Attengren coming into the pits, Tiger Assassin on an outlap, and well, for one final time this season in a GT Sport, we're going to go for a lap with Tiger Assassin. So if you're listening to, be it in audio, headphones, whatever, speakers, turn it up. We're going to go for a lap around the Nurburgring with Tiger Assassin. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. As a Tiger there backing out of the lap. We saw he was finding some time as the lap progressed. I think maybe leaving a little bit of margin there until we get to the final runs, but now backing up to help his teammate get some of the slipstream. Bon Evil, of course, in the battle for the championship. They're going to fall to the back of this queue. I would have thought Attengren now is coming through that section of the track as well, and just like that, we have got everyone right up together here. Bon Evil does not want to give Tim an ounce of slipstream there as they head through the chicane. I think he was driving at the head of this pack. I believe it is Natty G. He will be leading them now towards turn number 1. He does not improve on his lap time. Woody there starting a lap, and Tim's coming into the pits. Tim has got damage, and Bon Evil has got rear bumper damage. Have the two championship rivals just come together in qualifying? As a F1 lover in the chat saying that this finale should be tasty, I think there's been an extra level of drama added here. Bon Evil and Attengren both into the pit. We saw Bon Evil was ahead of Tim at the front in that pack. I think maybe Bon Evil slowed down a bit too much, and the title rivals have come together already. And what has been an enthralling season in GT Sport just gets a bit more tasty now. They're both back out onto the circuit. Bon Evil will not be happy with Attengren's apologising to him in the chat. I think Tim might be more angry with Ben, as now Tim goes back round the outside of Bon Evil. But already then, championship rivals in the wars. Tiger Assassin though is improving on his time. Stuck there behind the Scout Dan and ex-Natty G. We're still going to ride with the Brit as he continues on this lap. Go on board actually with the Lexus on the bonnet cam. Natty there picking up a 5/10 penalty, and again we're seeing Tiger take a lot of curb there on the inside. And just using much more of the track, down to second and back up to third on exits, shift up. Extend all of the track on the outside there, do not hit the gravel. Tiger does that expertly there and has gone purple once again. Reminder, there are 2 points on offer for pole position. Braking now in towards the chicane, and who's been held up by the Scout down there as Acid improves on his time once again to go into second place. Natty comes into the pits, but looks here as though Tiger's lap has been impeded by Dan, although it is a perfectly fine thing for Dan to do that. He is also on a push lap, and it's unfortunate for Tiger as he was looking so good, does not improve either. So Dan has done nothing wrong there. He was also on a lap, but I'm sure Tiger will be very, very frustrated with how that particular cookie did crumble. Attengren now coming up to the final chicane. Where is Bon Evil? Bon Evil has stopped on the track. Bon Evil has stopped on the inside of the beginning of Sector 2. Just burning some fuel, maybe? So yeah, if the doesn't gets going now, I think we'll try to form up behind his teammate there. Just under 5 minutes. Yeah, I saw that fun lover Bon Evil apologising there to Attengren in the chat. So I think maybe Bon Evil slowed down a bit too much on that most recent run, and that has caused the altercation between those two though. Let's see what Attengren can do now though through the first sector. Comes out the very technical part of the first sector, turns 1, 2, 3 and 4, and now down this mini straight in towards turn number 5. I've spanked positive camber corner, carry all of the speed in third gear. It's now down the hill once again. Attengren once again on the power, goes a bit wide there, not outside the track limit, so does not pick up a penalty. Tiger Assassin though coming through sector 3, 1.7 seconds down now, so Tiger not finding pace. It's been a really good qualifying though for Aston on those soft tyres. Aston improving on his best lap time. I think Natty might be slowing down to give him some slipstream Wolfie, getting all kinds of out of shape there in the BMW. As we're going now through the third sector, has got a beautiful, will have a beautiful slipstream there from ex-Natty G. Is Natty really doing his teammate a service down the back straight? Does go purple. This could be provisional pole here for Attengren, your championship leader. It could be an extra 2 points with 3.5 minutes left to go. Ex-Natty G dives out of the way. Attengren now through the chicane, flies over the first part of the chicane and the second part, hooks it up beautifully there, does the fin, and now in the Mercedes round the final corner. Is it provisional pole for Attengren? Is it an extra 2 points before the race even gets going? To the line for Attengren now, and it is provisional pole by 0.3 of a second. Great lap there from the fin. And now, can anyone respond? It's down to Bon Evil, it's down to Tiger Assassin, or perhaps even Aston could put his car onto the front row, but has got damage, and that could be Aston's qualifying over. Justin, it was looking so good for him and the Drama Alert team. Obviously involved in that battle for 5th as well, don't forget, between himself, ex-Natty G, and Ted. But at the moment here, Tim looking very, very good indeed to claim the victory. The Finn on fire, our very own flying Finn. And that's Tiger Assassin on an out lap. You get the feeling that these will be the last laps of the session. We've got just over 2 minutes left to go, about 1 minute 55 lap time. So next lap will be the last lap for Tiger Assassin and for Bon Evil. Natty Gina going purple through sector 1. And 6/10 purple through sector 2. This could be an almighty lap here from Natty. Has got a wonderful slipstream as well from his teammate on the soft tyres also. So Union Esports here playing a bit of a strategy card, going for a split strategy with their two cars. And could this be Natty on pole position? Could he take his first pole position of his NRL career? On the power once again, still 4/10 purple as Natty G. Could he be about to take pole position away from his teammate and the championship leader? There are 2 points for pole. If Tim were to get those, it would make the championship fight for him a lot easier. As now they ride the curbs once again. Natty getting very nicely through there. As to the final corner they come down, Natty chicken down into second gear, get the front of the car pointed in and then squirt on the power as early as you can. And to the line now for Natty G. Is a provisional pole for the Union Esports McLaren. No, it's the front row of the grid. 1/10 behind Attengren. Lost time in that final sector, but will get another chance to go for it again. Aston will not get to the line in time. Aston's qualifying is over, but it's a Union Esports front row lockout as it stands, unless the BCR boys can react. Tiger getting nicely through turn number 4 and goes a bit wide on exit there onto the grass as well. What is it going to be for Tiger? But more importantly for Bon Evil. Bon Evil needs to respond. 2/10 down through the first sector. This could be nightmarish for Bon Evil. He finds himself in 6th position as it stands. Tim on pole position and picking up an extra 2 points at the moment. If Tim were to finish on pole and grab those extra 2 points, all he would need to do is finish in the points to take the championship home. Now 3/10 down, Bon Evil not gaining time, not finding any time even in the slipstream of his teammate. And there comes the Schumacher S now. It's not looking great for the BCR cars. All you're out of the team's championship on Tiger now. What can he do through the third sector? 9/10 off. This is not good. As have BCR dropped the ball here in the final qualifying session of the season. The timer has reached 0. These will be the final laps. Tiger gets out of the way of his teammate there. Bon Evil rides the curbs. Is that going to be a penalty? That was very aggressive through there. But now, this is Bon Evil's last gasp attempt to rocket himself up the order. Round the final corner now, gets on the power. Or is it going to be for Bon Evil? Is the front row of the grid? Does he improve? Yes, but only into 5th position. And Bon Evil then will start 5th at best, well behind his championship rival. Attengren now coming through the final corner. He has backed off of his lap, as has Natty. Ted with the next car across the line. He's in the battle for 5th as well, but goes very wide on exit. That could bring out the yellow flags and ruin some more laps. Wolfie will be in 7th. The qualifying session has just finished, and straight away then, Attengren on pole, taking 2 extra points away from Bon Evil at the line. Natty on the front row makes it a Union Esports front row lockout, and now in the race, all Tim must do is finish in at least 8th place, and he will be the champion here this evening. Big stuff, big drama already. The championship rivals colliding in qualifying, but they are separated by 4 cars on the rundown in towards turn 1. But do not underestimate how good Bon Evil can be at overtaking. We have seen that he is fought, so he can be aggressive when he needs to, and crucially he will also have his teammate Tiger Assassin helping him out in his charge through the pack. I think their biggest problem though here would be Natty G and Aston, both up there on the grid and also on the soft compound of tyres. They will be quick in the first stint. As now we head to the race, the final race of the season. What a season it has been as well here at the NRL. Been so close, had so many battles between our drivers, and it all comes down to this. Drivers flash their lights for one final time this season. The run into turn 1 is going to be very, very crucial for the outcome of this race. It's a Union Esports front row lockout for the first time this season. As the revs will build, the lights will go on, and when they go out, we're going to be racing here for the final time. 1, 2, 3, 4 lights. Here we go, everybody. And it's lights green. They're going down in towards turn number 1. Natty gets a good launch off the line, but Tim is there to cover him. Tiger Assassin challenging the McLaren as they go down in towards turn number 1 as well. Bonival already up into 4th position off the start. Natty defends the inside. Tim swoops around the outside. Can Tiger get around the outside there of X-Strategy? No, he can't. Union Esports maintain their 1-2. But as we go through turn number 2 now, Bonival and Aston getting argy-bargy in the background as well. Aston on those soft tyres now has the inside line for turn number 3. Can Bonival try and stick this out? It's going to be crucial for the championship. On the inside line now, they make contact. Aston gets pushed wide. Bonival though gets up into 4th place, and that's a crucial move for him in this race. Woody and Wolfie now going wheel to wheel in towards turn number 5. Wolfie on the inside line. Does he break later than the BMW? Yes, but Woody manages to keep it around the outside, has the inside for the next corner and keeps the position. But Attengren then still leads as Dan are looking up the inside of Wolfie going into the banked hairpin, but can't make anything happen. Tiger Assassin, we're trying to get past Natty as quickly as possible, I am sure. Try and push up towards Attengren and not let him get away too much. But that's the dream start there for Attengren in this championship fight. They head through the Schumacher S for the first time, and it's Attengren who leads from X-Strategy. Tiger Assassin in 3rd. Bonival already up to 4th after starting in 5th. Aston down to 5th. Woody 6th. Wolfie 7th. Dan 8th. And Ted rounding up the rear then in 9th and last position as it stands at the moment. Then down the back straight for the first time in this race. And we've seen throughout the whole season how much of a straight line speed advantage that McLaren has. It'll be very, very hard to pass, especially in the letters. Natty then not making a move on his teammate. He knows what the game is here today. He just needs to hold up Tiger Assassin and Bonival as much as he can and let him scamper off into the distance, and they will make it a lot harder for BCR to make a play there with a strategy to try and get past. Now on the exit of the final corner, can Tiger set up Natty for a move in towards turn number 1? Natty will defend this as hard as he can, I'm sure. If Tiger does go for a move, it's going to be a very late one indeed. Does Tiger go to the inside line? No. Just sticks behind Natty. Does go defensive. Tiger going for a later turn. Can he try and get the switch back on the McLaren? Can't do it at the moment. They're already 1.1 seconds there behind this man, Attengren, who leads this race. And at the moment will be taking the championship home to Union Esports and to Finland. 3 minutes already gone in this race. They exit turn number 4 now. Tiger a bit further away there from the X-Strategy as it turns out as they head down in towards turn number 5. 1.5 seconds up there. Does the fastest third sector of anybody so far in the race. Aston in 5th. These top 5 guys really close together. Woody still defending there from Wolfie. That's going to be a mouthful as this race goes on, but goes wide. That's going to give Wolfie a chance, I you'd have thought, into the hairpin. Does he make a move on his compatriot? Not at the moment. Bonival going purple through sector 2. The gap out in front fluctuating a lot, but not really venturing above 7/10 of a second. Natty keeping his teammate very honest. As a reminder that all Tim needs to do now is finish in the points. So realistically, without a disaster really or a crash for Attengren, Bonival will not be your champion here today, but all has dropped a lot of ground there. It's lost a lot of ground to Tiger Assassin. The gap going up to 9/10 of a second there. Oh, and Natty's hit the wall! Natty's hit the pit wall! And that allows Tiger up into 2nd place, but Natty has hit the pit wall there and has damage on the front right. That will allow Bonival now through and up into P3. And big drama here for the championship. Bonival gets a free position courtesy of Natty G as Natty crashes into the pit lane entry board. Hello to Dean as well in the chat. Nice to see you here along with us for the GT Sport Championship finale. But big mistake there from Natty, a costly error. As now Aston goes down the inside and Natty's wide. Where's Natty gone? He's behind Aston now. Aston up into 4th position. Natty down to 5th. Oh, that's a massive shame there for X-Strategy, and it leaves his teammate Attengren now very, very vulnerable indeed to Tiger Assassin behind. Now, but can Tiger now close that gap? We'll keep an eye on the set of the best lap times of these two drivers. It's got to be very, very spicy. Next season, Dean, I'll try and get it started as soon as we possibly can. Obviously, want to keep people interested in GT Sport for as long as possible, and yeah, definitely if you are interested in signing up, go ahead and do it for next season. We'll be in the Discord officially when the next season of GT Sport will start. We might try something a bit different with the car class, perhaps, if we put out a few feelers and see what people are picking up with. As now Tiger really pushing on here, the fastest third sector of anyone so far. But Aston, looking at the back of Bon Evil, is Aston going to go for a move here into the chicane? Yes, he is up the inside, but Bon Evil is just later on the brakes and keeps it for the moment. And now Aston picking up a 1 second time penalty there as well. As down the main straight they come for the third time of asking it. It's the fastest lap of the race for Tiger Assassin. He is really pushing on. He wants that win in the last race of the season. Has not won a race since Lago Maggiore, I think it would be race number 2 of this season. As 3 of our 4 race winners, Nurburgring, Tiger Assassin and Bon Evil, currently occupy the top 3 positions. Bon Evil going wide onto the AstroTurf there on the exit of turn number 2. Now powers out and down this back straight. Tim is responding though with a pretty good first sector so far, very nicely put together at the moment. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. F1 number, it doesn't look like Bonnie quite has the pace to run with the top 2 at the moment, dropping a second now to Tiger Assassin. We'll keep an eye on Aston Gonzalez as it progresses. It looks like it's going to be a good one from the Mercedes driver at the moment. He's down on his lap time. Tiger Assassin though is also down. These 2 lapping within about a 10th of each other on the last lap. In fact, last lap they were separated by 8 thousandths. Yeah, just going to get the feeling that Bonnie quite has the pace to rock it with these guys at the front as it stands. Wolfie and Woody though going at it as well. Wolfie getting past the BMW somewhere in there. The Scout Dan in the Porsche with Ted Hot on his heels as well. You've kind of got 2 different packs developing here. Oh, Dan's wide! Dan drifting it through the right-hander there. Very nicely saved. That's going to put Ted though all over the back of him going into the chicane. Does Ted go for a move here on the Scout Dan? These 2 are involved in a battle for 5th. Ted doesn't look for the late move. And these 2 now beginning to drop Bon Evil. It's a 55-8, 55-8 for both of your top 2. 56-0 for Bonnie, and Natty is into the pit lane to fix that damage. Now Bon Evil managing to defend from Aston, Wolfie and Woody. Line astern still as they go in towards 10 number 1. No big dramas there for either of those 2, but Woody has the inside line now. Does he try and look to the outside? Wolfie says absolutely not, mate. You're going to have to wake up very early in the morning to surprise Wolfie with a move like that. As now Woody's still following the Alfa Romeo through the end of sector 1, and Aston really doing a good job here of keeping Bon Evil very honest indeed. The gap out in front kind of remaining the same at that same 1.2 seconds really. It's not really getting any bigger or smaller. Now 10 minutes into this race, Bon Evil there is wide. That's going to allow Aston up here inside possibly. As a 4th place for Aston would do him a world of good in the championship as it stands. Remind the points range from 1st down to 8th with 13 points for a win. Bon Evil there once again going wide. Aston looking around, just poking around there. And you get a feeling it's only a matter of time really before Bon Evil is passed by the Aston Martin. They're going now in towards the chicane. Does Aston have a look up the inside? No, backs out of it at this point in time. Go down here to Wolfie and Woody. Will Wolfie have to defend from his fellow Irishman? 2 green cars, one's a BMW. They're on the outside line. Does Woody go for it? There's a bit of contact between them, but nothing, no big drama as it stands. top two now, separated by absolutely nothing. 55.9 for Tiger, 55.9 for Aston. They are matching each other's laps, lap after lap after lap. But how much will that be taking out of their tyres? Bonivo going in towards turn number 1, goes wide. Goes very wide, in fact. It's going to allow Aston to have a look up the outside line, perhaps, in towards turn number 2, but can't make it happen. Wolfie and Woody as well, nose to tail. Dan and Ted. Ted on the inside line just about gets his car. They're going to have the outside now for turn number 2. Can Dan defend this, or is Ted going to work it around the outside? He's still there. Does he switch now to the inside line to have another go at the Porsche? Ted flashing his lights. He wasn't very happy with Dan, it looks like that. As now they come down at the mini back straight. Wolfie sending! This Wolfie being sent on by Woody there, going in towards turn number 5. That could have been a very big crash there, but the two drivers skillful enough to avoid one. It's now Ted and Dan, nose to tail, as they exit the corner and head down towards the banked hairpin. 39 minutes left to go in the session. Does Ted look for a move? Woody and Wolfie, though, they're going to go wheel to wheel into the Schumacher S. Woody on the outside. Wolfie will have the inside line. Can Woody try and hold this around the outside? They're going wheel to wheel, but Wolfie just about holds it. Now Woody going down the inside once again, pulls up very late but cannot make the move on Wolfie. It's now Bonivo and Aston. Aston's a lot closer to the rear of that Corvette. He's going for it up the inside into the chicane. This is the move we were waiting for. Aston up the inside. Bonivo's still there. Bonivo defends the position. Will have to defend even more from Aston as they go now in towards the final corner. Can Aston try and set up the Corvette for a move in towards turn number 1? Tigress Aston as well is also caught up to the back of Aston. It could be synchronized moves into turn 1 here. Tiger in the Lexus. Does he try and make a move on Aston and push Aston back into the path of his teammate? But now Aston on the inside of Bonivo. Bonivo keeps it round the outside. Aston can't make a move. Stick here gets squirrely on exit as well and almost loses the rear there. But I think Tim must have had a mistake somewhere in that lap, because now Tiger is all over the back of him. So you just got the feeling of sustained pressure in this race. It's very, very tense at the moment. A crash for Attengren or for Bonivo could really, really hinder their championship successes. Yeah, Tiger now, who definitely cannot win the Drivers' Championship here. On the power once again as they exit the corner. Both losing time on their personal best. Bonivo losing even more time though to Tiger Assassin at 57.9 on the last lap compared to Tiger's 56.1. So almost nearly 2 seconds quicker there is Tiger on the last lap. Going up to 4.3 seconds. You get the feeling that out of the top 4, Tiger definitely looks to be the most comfortable. As once again he's in the slipstream. Tim's going to go defensive. Tiger to the outside line. It will turn to the inside for the chicane. Tiger then going for a move for the lead of the race. Later on the brakes, and the Mercedes into the chicane. Tiger makes the move and hits the front of the pack. Drifts on exit for good measure. Bonivo and Aston going wheel to wheel in the background as well. Bonivo there still managing to hold on to a third position. But now how hard will Tiger fight this with Tim? Going in towards turn number 1, I expect him to go defensive. Tim though in the slip, does him pop out to the inside and go for a move on the Lex? He does. Tiger leaves him the rim open. Tim down the inside in towards turn number 1. Tiger try and get the switchback move. Can't make it happen. Bonivo then still managing to defend from Aston as it stands. Lap 8 of this race so far. Expect a roughly 25 or 26-ish laps in this race. Bonnie getting squirrely on the exit there as well. 9/10 down through the turn number 4, through the first sector. The front two though separated by absolutely nothing still. Does Tiger go for a move in towards the banked hairpin? It's going to settle up the inside, not on this occasion. Does Aston try and make a forceful move on Bonivo? Also not going to go for it at this point, and we can see here just how heavily worn the medium tyres on that Corvette are. They are very, very bad indeed compared to the Lexus and to the Mercedes that are both more or less identical as it stands. So X92G though as well has really caught up to Dan and to Ted. Still has got the medium tyres to run in this race though. And now does Tiger go for another move here into the chicane? Tim covers it off. Tiger goes to the outside line this time. Can he break later than the Mercedes? Going to try and go around the outside. Tim has the inside line. Goes across the chicane though. That could be a penalty. Let's wait and see. No, gets away with it as it stands. Tiger then will try to get the cut back, try and get a sharper exit off the corner. Now slipstream Tim all the way down in towards turn number 1. Will Tiger have a look here? No, just a bit too far back as it stands. To Aston having a look at Bonivel in towards turn number 1. Aston on the inside line. Brakes very late. That could allow Bonivel to get the up and under, get the switchback move. Bonivel then onto the outside in towards turn number 2. Bonnie has to think about the championship here, but keeps 3rd position with a wonderful sweep around the outside. As Dan has left the room, Dan has disconnected. Which means that I think that guarantees Tim the championship, possibly. Let's wait and see how it pans out. But Tiger Assassin will be trying to, well, not care about that. He wants to get the win. He wants to win here today and try and get past Attengren. On the power once again. Now Tiger Assassin hot on the heels of the Mercedes in the slipstream under this beautiful backdrop on Bonivel. Bonivel has gone off. Bonivel's made a mistake. Bonivel's now 2 seconds behind Aston. Has there been contact between those two? It looks like Bonivel may have gone off at the hairpin. And that could be very big for the championship. It promotes Aston now up onto the podium. That could be a big shame for Bonivel at the moment. On lap 9, this race really not going his way. Already 9.6 seconds now behind Attengren, your race leader and championship leader at this moment in time. As now on the power they come. Tiger Assassin in the slipstream of Tim, going down into turn number 1. Bonivel comes into the pits. Bonivel pits. Is this a 2-stop then? Is Bonivel trying something different to try and get past Attengren and Tiger Assassin? There's a 9.4 second advantage to close. We'll stick with this. We'll see what tyres and fuel load that Bonivel goes on to. So Tiger and Tim still giving it everything. New tyres onto the Corvette. Released from the pits. It is for the softs. I think that could be a 2-stop, but he's out behind X-Natty-G. Bonivel there jumped by X-Natty-G in the pit stops. Which means that now Bonivel will have to pass Natty, Tim's teammate, out here on the racetrack. And Natty will not be making it easy for Bonivel to get past at all. Oh, Tiger had a look at the inside there, just reminding Tim that he's there and he's feisty. Go for an overtake if there's an opportunity. Tiger, Bonivel though, Tiger's teammate going for a move on the outside of X-Natty-G. Can Natty do a Perez-like defense of his position? Bonivel goes around the outside. Natty gives him the racing room and the respect, and Bonivel then goes up into 7th place. Now we have to see, do Attengren and Tiger react to this? Natty, they're going back down the inside. Is he into the... Oh, there's contact at the apex of the corner. Natty getting very aggressive there with Bonivel. Oh, it's very, very feisty. But Bonivel keeps the position. Contact made at the apex of the corner. Natty trying his level best to defend Tim from a possible undercut threat from Bonivel there on the fresher tyres. Attengren, though, does come into the pits. Tiger darts across at the last second. And oh my goodness me, that was very, very close to a big crash. Woody and Wolfie are going wheel to wheel as well through the up to the chicane. Natty has fallen a long way back here from Bonivel. That was That was very on the edge. It was over the limit, really. Yellow flag, so someone has gone off. Ted slowing down. And oh my goodness me, Attenborough then goes into a set of soft tyres. That should be to the end of the race. Bonneville are coming around the final corner, and look at the gap now. It is absolutely huge between them. About 6 seconds roughly now, the gap between Tiger and Bonneville. The Aston then going longer on those soft tyres than anyone else has on their mediums so far in this race. And looking at Aston's tyre wear, we are not halfway through this race yet here. It could get to the stage where Tim and Tiger are struggling on their soft tyres a lot come the end of the race. It could be, is this a move to the 2-stop perhaps for these drivers? Bonneville then, with some traffic to clear before he gets to his teammate. Tiger Assassin doing his level best to try and get past Attengren now on those soft tyres. You don't want to be sat there in the dirty air of that Mercedes for too long with the fresh set of tyres. 29 minutes left to go, just over halfway in the last race of the season. Bonneville though looking for a move on Wolfie. Wolfie doesn't fight it. He knows that his race is not with Bonneville here today. He's trying to race Woody. He currently finds himself in 4th on track, but is out of sync, has not come into the pits yet. Attenborough and Tiger Assassin resuming their battle. Tiger looking to the inside line. Tim left the door open, gets caught napping by the Brit, but Tim's still there on the outside line. Has to go across the chicane. That could be a penalty for Attengren. Aston does come into the pits. We'll see where he comes out. But now around the final corner, Tiger flashing at his hazards, maybe in way of apology there. Going down in towards turn number 1. Tiger goes defensive, goes to the inside line. Tim committing to the outside. Makes a move around the outside in towards turn number 1. Tries to get the cut back. Tiger positions his car very nicely. As at the battle for the lead, Tiger on the inside line still defending there from Attengren. Bonneville gets around the outside of Woody, as well. And now there is no cars between himself and his championship rival Attengren, but there is a gap of about 6 seconds. As here, does Tiger try and play the team game? Does he back up Bonnie into the clutches of his teammate? Attengren though sliding around. You can see the front end of the Mercedes sliding around in the dirty air there of the Lexus. We'll have to wait and see if he's doing a Perez here, F1 lover. The gap though still going up at the moment. That's where can Tiger slow down to try and give some time back to his teammate, try and push Tim into a mistake or back into the clutches of Bonneville. Aston then onto the medium compound of tyre, finds himself now a long way behind Bonneville there, almost 7-8 seconds behind Bonneville. The battle up at the front here. Tim now going to the inside line. Attengren braking later on the inside. Does he make it work? Tiger's still there. Tiger yields. Tim does go through. Now on the exit of the corner, these two have been going at it since lap 1. On those fresh softs, they're still separated by absolutely nothing in terms of lap time as well. But the gap now has come down to just under 6 seconds. These two battling is giving Bonneville the chance to catch up. It could not be over yet for Bonneville in this race. X90G then does come into the pits for a second time. This should be for the mediums. So he might come out ahead of Ted here. Yeah, Woody. Still on the mediums that he started the race on here, actually. Likewise for Wolfie. So they are going to be looking very, very quick at the end of this race, you'd have thought. Aston there on the medium compound tyre. He is chasing down these two. Naturally then comes out of the pits and ahead, a long way ahead there of Ted. Atom Grenade and Tiger Assassin. Bonivo does the fastest lap of the race. Tiger has a look to the outside, almost outbrakes himself though. The gap though has gone up to almost 7 seconds. With the front two still going faster as it stands. Now 0.3 of a second for Tiger Assassin, going purple, going for a move perhaps on Tim. Tim goes to the inside, Tiger though goes to the inside. Tim leaves in the room, up the inside goes Tiger Assassin, keeps the move, but he has to go wide, has to cut the chicane, and he will give that position back. Very good racing respect there from Tiger Assassin to give up the position to Tim. Will live to fight another day though as they head down the main straight in towards turn number 1. Whereas Atom can go, does he make a move to the inside, does he go defensive? It isn't the fastest lap of the race for these two. Until turn number 1, a bit too far away, or is he going for a move down the inside? It's a dive bomb, Tim closes the door, Tiger just snags his rear right. That could have been a big spin there for the championship leader. Wolfie comes into the pits, Woody stays out though, Woody going for a longer cut, an overcut, sorry, on Wolfie. That should be for the soft tyres. Natty will overtake Wolfie. You'd have thought, but Ted is right there. Ted is right there and on the back of the McLaren. Natty will have to defend from this going in towards turn number 1. Wolfie coming out of the pit lane as well. Natty does go defensive. Ted's going to follow him. Protects the inside line. Natty wants some slipstream as well going into turn 1. Ted can't make a move quite yet. As these two in the battle for 5th, Ted looking up the inside, he's not going to make a move there, as he is going to make a move up the inside in towards turn number 3, a fantastic overtake there from Ted in his battle with ex-Natty G. But out in front, still separated by just over 0.2 of a second, they have dropped Boniva now by a long way. As our last lap, Boniva was almost a second slower than Tiger. I second to the outside line now going into the chicane. Tiger on the inside for the chicane. Tim breaks later, Tiger has to concede. No dramas in terms of track limits there for Tim as they went through the chicane. Picked up that 5/10 penalty earlier on in the lap. As now they exit the final corner and go down in towards turn number 1 for the 15th time. Yeah, it's not looking great for Bonnie as it stands, but still a long way to go in this race. Tim is going defensive though, serves some of that penalty. Tiger goes around the outside. Rather look like Tim let Tiger have that one. As Woody then comes into the pit lane. We'll see where he comes out in relation to Wolfie. Wolfie coming around the final chicane. Woody's still in the pit lane. Wolfie approaching the final corner. Woody still awaiting service. Wolfie flying down the main straight now on those soft compound of tyres, and it looks like Woody has been very badly undercut here. Wolfie already going past the pit entry and going down in towards turn number 1. As just now Woody gets released from the pit, then he is a long way behind now. So that's Tiger Assassin who leads, but Tim almost goes into the back of him there. Bonival in 3rd, a long way between them now. As Tim practically pushing Tiger Assassin through the Schumacher S. But still just no pace of Bonnie. He can't respond to the front two at the moment. Tiger getting a very nice exit from that corner down the back straight. Tim had a bit of a mistake there, it looked like, as well. As they're heading up the hill now in towards the chicane. Can he make a move up the inside? No, serve some more of that penalty. Last 20 minutes of the season, Tim now dropping back actually to almost a second behind Tiger. Is Tim nursing a problem here maybe? Let Tiger go through is now backed off quite a lot. almost 1.1 seconds slower than Tiger on the most recent lap. That's the Brothers of Destruction, Wolfie versus Ted at the moment. These two separated by 7/10 of a second as it stands in the battle for 5th. Oh, I thought that was the sound of a car going around there. It was Woody. Still ahead of X Natty G. Natty looking for a move into the final corner, can't make it happen. So they're getting blue flags now. It looks like that can't be from the leaders. They are at the hairpin. Tim now closing back up to Tiger Assassin. So whatever gremlins he did have before, they have gone away now. All over the back of the Lexus once again. Just gonna make sure we can actually change the camera view. There we go. On board now with your championship leader in his pursuit of Tiger Assassin. As they exit the bottom of the hill, now they charge up it towards the chicane. Just keep an eye on Tim's inputs here. Is he lifting and coasting? No, he's not. He's going to the inside. He's bump drafting Tiger actually a bit there. A little bit of lift and coast into the corner as well. But Tim knows all he has to do is finish here and he will win the championship here today. Now Tiger looking to defend the inside line. Tim not going to go for it just yet though. Pulls out to the outside. Going to try and swoop it around the outside now with the Lexus. Tiger keeps his nose and then keeps the position for now. The Brothers of Destruction still separated by about 6.5 tenths. Woody pulling out the gap to a Natty. Now that's come up to 3.2 seconds as it stands. We have 18 minutes left to go in this session. Attenborough now. We're closing on to the back of Tiger, and if he were to win the championship, it would be certainly a very, very deserved one. Kicked off the season in fine style, winning 2 of the first 3 races. Been on a bit of a winning drought though, from then up until Spa-Francorchamps last time out, where he won after the BCR cars bickering over track position allowed for Attenborough to close up in the last few laps of the race and steal the win away from the BCR cars. And now here today, still in the fight for the championship, in the fight with another BCR car. Tim looking to the outside. Can't make a move into the chicane on this particular attempt. Oh, it's Tim into the pits. It is a 2-stop for Attenborough. So Tim into the pits. Bonneville stays out. This could be big. Aston now coming through the final corner. Aston will not have to stop again in this race. Will Tiger Assassin, does Tiger Assassin stay out now and try and go to the end? No damage, so it is a scheduled pit stop there for Attenborough. He's back out in 3rd place, just ahead of Aston. As is this a split of strategies that we were seeing before? Does Tiger respond? Can Tiger respond? At the moment, Tim is 21 seconds behind Tiger. Will have to gain roughly 2 seconds a lap to pass him. Natty comes into the pit lane. The 2 Brothers of Destruction drivers, obviously brothers as well in real life, Wolfie and Ted, They're very close together on track and have a nice battle here to end out the season. Wolfie, who secured his 4th place in the championship, a very strong season from him. Had a few podiums at the beginning of the year, which really helped his particular cause. But now, does Tiger respond? That is the question, because now Bonivo finds himself ahead of Attengrim, but for how much longer? Tiger coming up to the chicane. Does Tiger come into the pit lane? Yes. Tiger is responding to Attengrim, is not staying out. They are not splitting the strategies. BCR want to follow Tim on strategy. As now Tiger will appear in the pit box anytime soon. He could be out quite far behind Tim actually as it stands. Tiger not in the pits. Tim coming down the main straight. Tiger still not being serviced. We can't see him. Tim passes the pit exit. Where is Tiger? Tiger just appears now. And Tiger has lost big ground then to Attengrim. And should then Tiger have stayed out? If he wanted to secure the win, should Tiger have stayed out? Bonivo though, still on those soft tyres. They are completely knackered. Now will Bonivo try and hold up Tim so that Tiger can close that gap back up? Because at the moment that is a sizable chunk of time that Tiger has lost. Could it have been another strategy blunder here from BCR by reacting to Attengrim? They were only confirming that they'd come out behind him. Now 2.2 seconds behind. But the two championship rivals, they're together on the track. Bonivo's going defensive. Tim's going to the outside line. Bonivo breaks later. Does not give Tim the run. There's contact. Tim looking up the inside there. Just has the drive and the traction off the corner to just keep ahead of Bonivo, to scamper away now out in front as well. If Bonivo can stay close enough, you best believe he's going to have a go into the chicane. But Tim has just got so much more grip on those tyres, it's not really fair. So now Bonnie he's lost almost a second there to the Mercedes. And now I think we'll just be trying to slows down, and this will not be the way Bonivo thought this race would be going. Now has to slow down to let his teammate go through to try and chase down Attengrim. And does come into the pits as well. So Bonnie coming into the pits will come out well behind Aston with roughly 6-ish laps to go in this race. I think we are going to get to lap 25. But now where is Aston? Aston coming down the main straight. Bonivo into the pit, still not being seen. Wolfie and Ted. Wolfie going wide. That's going to allow Ted to move. As Woody's there as well. The Battle of the Irish. Wolfie going defensive. Ted's already ahead before they get in towards turn number 1. But now Woody as well on the outside line going into turn 1 on the outside of Wolfie. And Wolfie is later on the brakes, but Woody has to drive around the outside. And a great little battle we're having here for 5th place. And Natty about 26 seconds now behind these guys. In the 8th, the last points paying position. Yeah, unfortunately, it did not last very long between the two championship rivals. But now Bonivo finds himself 9.4 seconds behind Aston. Will have to gain almost 2 seconds a lap to try and get back on the podium. Oh, as the Alfa Romeo of Wolfie, they're getting all kinds of out of shape on the exit of that the banked hairpin. Has got better tyres than his teammate and brother Ted, but Woody out of this group does have the best tyre wear, as he now assumes 5th position. as they head onto the back straight once again. Wolfie going a bit wide there into the gravel. 10.5 minutes left to go in the season. Does Wolfie go for a move up the inside? Not at this point. The gap out in front is coming down. Tiger with loads of pace at the moment, almost 4/10 a lap quicker than Aston, and we are going to have a showdown then for the win, at least in this race. Gap between Aston and Bonneville coming down by almost 3 seconds on that lap, so at the moment Bonneville doing enough. Wolfie on the accelerator once again, trying to get past Ted. Going to make a move through the first section of track, not at this point in time. So the question is that will we see Aston come into the pits if he is passed by Bonneville? Which is looking ever more likely. Gap now down to 4.5 seconds. It was a 52.5 for Bonneville on the last lap, but that was an out lap. As now Tiger Assassin has caught right back up to Attengren here. Now round the final corner they come, and back onto the power for Tiger Assassin. Can he try and make a move on Tim into turn 1? Has got the fresher tyres. Does the fast lap of the race to boot. There'll be a move from Tiger into turn 1, it's looking like. On lap 22, Tiger down the inside, but Tim brakes later and makes the corner. This is the battle we've all been waiting for. 8.5 minutes left to go. These two battling it out for the win. 2.3 seconds now between Bonneville and Aston. Tiger is absolutely on fire in this race. Closed down a 2-second advantage that Tim had, and now they're going to be battling it out on track. Roughly 4-ish laps left to go in this race. I think we're going to get to lap 26. It does mean that Tiger is running out of opportunities to try and get past Attengren. Wolfie and Ted, though, still separated by absolutely nothing. Woody has scampered away in the distance a bit there. As Wolfie exits the first sector. Still no move up here at the front. As at the moment, Tiger would not outscore Bonneville enough to take away second position in the championship. Would have to win the race of fastest lap, I believe, with Bonnie finishing in the position that he is right now. Although that being said, he's challenging Aston around the outside, and the tables have been turned here in the battle for third. Now Bonneville in the slipstream has caught the back of the Aston Martin. How hard will Aston defend this? Keeps the inside, but weaves back, and Bonneville going back to the inside. Now I think Bonneville got a bit spooked there, but also a bit of lag there, sorry, actually. For Bonneville, they're going into the final corner to make a move. Aston going defensive. Aston is fighting this so very hard here, but Bonneville, though, with the traction around the outside, Aston, though, will tuck into the slipstream. There's a battle for the lead as well. We're going to go to this, then it turns out it's now Tiger Assassin over the back of Aston going in towards turn number 4. Going to the inside line, is he into the bank's corner? No. Aston, though, dives back down the inside and gets past Bonneville. But Bonneville, though, with the switchback manoeuvre, just keeps ahead and goes back up onto the podium. As in towards the hairpin they come. Does Tiger go down to the inside here? No. They accelerate now up through the gears once again. Tim and Tiger, 5 minutes to go. The battle for supremacy. Tiger looking to the outside. Tim knows he's there. Tiger around the outside. Is this gonna work? No, just not quite for Tiger. But he's on the inside, going onto the back straight. But Tim holds it around the outside. Now in the slipstream comes Tiger Assassin in the Lexus. He's gonna be sizing up the back of that Mercedes, going into the chicane. Can he make a move? It's gonna be very, very close indeed. On the outside line, going into the chicane, Tim defends it expertly. Tiger trying to go round the outside, but can't make it happen. There was a bit of contact in quali, yes, Pope. Bonneville and Attenborough had a bit of a coming together. I think Bonneville may have just slowed down a bit too much and caused contact with Tim. And now going in towards turn number 1 once again, though. The battle for the lead still concerning Tim and Tiger going in towards turn number 1. Tiger up the inside line, makes the move work. And now, thankfully, Tiger into the lead of the race for his particular evening. As Aston now falling a long way behind Bonneville. That battle looks to be over, really. But it's certainly not over at the front here. As they head now in towards the latter stages of the first sector, going in towards the banked left-hander. Tiger still ahead. How will he defend from Attenborough, though, going down the back straight? We should have 2 laps left to run here. 2 laps remaining, I think, in this race. Battle for the lead, though. It's an absolutely enthralling to see this entire season play out, and what an amazing season these two drivers in particular have had. What could have been had Tiger been able to attend the first race of the season? This could have been the battle for the championship that we were seeing, but Tim did take the honours there. It took full points, a full 16 points from that first round. If he can get the fastest lap still somehow today, he could do that once again in the world of NRL GT Sport. But now as they head onto the back straight for the third to last time, you would have thought, in this race, Tiger is still within touching distance for Tim. 0.3 of a second now. How will Tiger choose to defend this? Going up into the chicane, he goes to the inside line. Tim will have to go to the outside if he wants to get past the Lexus. Just can't make it happen though. As they exit the chicane, now going onto the main straight, will be a move into turn 1 for Tim if he wants to get past. And yet confirmed, he will have 2 more laps to go in this race, in the finale of a GT Sports season. Tiger Assassin will have to go defensive here on Tim into turn number 1. How late does he leave it? He's left the door open. Tim is not going for it. He is going to go for it down the inside in towards turn number 1. Tiger will try and size him up for the switchback. Gets there, gets the room just about. Tim defends it expertly. Will Tiger try and go back down the inside into turn number 3? Can't make it happen at the moment. And now back onto the inside line for the next corner. Extend the track on the outside. Try and get as much drive as you can. Go down into towards turn number 4. Tiger will be trying to suss out where that Mercedes is weaker, where his Lexus is stronger, has got fresher tyres than Tim. Looking to the outside again, but can't make it happen. As now going down towards the hairpin for the penultimate time in this race. Tiger looking down the inside line. You haven't seen the move here for the entire race. He's made it happen though. Tim's going to try and stick it round the outside, but Tiger gets there first and gets on the power. Now going up into the Schumacher S. What can Attenborough do? This is a penultimate lap. He's got one more try to try and get past the Lexus. If we go on to the final lap of the race and of this season, a great battle we're seeing between these two fantastic drivers. Tim just can't get a nose into the inside there. They've cleared Bonneville now by almost 30 seconds. These two in the class of the field today. Absolutely take a hat off to either of us, to both of them, whoever wins this amazing race. Tim looking for his 4th GT Sport win. Tiger looking for his 2nd. Tim going to the inside, weaves back to the inside line. They're going into the chicane, or to the racing line even. And now, going on to the final lap of the race, Tiger leading Tim. This must be the most perfect defense that Tiger has ever done in his life to try and keep a hold of this first position. He's really drifting over to the inside line. He's drifting. Here comes Tim, though, in the slip. There'll be a move to the outside for Tim. They'll try and get the switchback move. They're going towards turn 1. Can Tim sweep round the outside? No, he can't. Tiger is still there, but Tim has got enough drive off the corner on the inside in towards turn number 2. But Tiger gets there first. Tim nudges him. He's still on the inside line, going towards turn number 3 now. This is the last lap of the race. There's only 2 more, that's just probably about 3 or 4 more opportunities for Tim to try and get past the Lexus. As where can he do it? Tiger's a bit wide. That could give Tim a chance going in towards turn number 5. Can't make a move though under braking. It could be the hairpin. It could be like Tiger did to him on the lap before. Going into the hairpin, try and size him up. Get a good run now off this corner and launch down this straight in towards the hairpin. Tiger will go defensive, I'm sure. Tim, though, still there, going to look for a move. Is he up the inside? It's going to be late on the brakes. Can't make it happen, so it will be the chicane. It will be the chicane for Tim to try and get past Tiger. That is his last chance now, realistically, in this race to try and get past the Lexus. They go through the Schumacher S for the final time here in the season. An amazing battle. Tiger, will he defend the inside going up into the next corner? Tim's going to dive it in, is he? He's going to go down the inside of Tiger, pushes the Lexus wide, pushes him off the track. Tiger is still there, he's out of shape though, and now going onto the back straight. This is where Tim now will have to be incredibly defensive. Tiger gets the run, he will have the slipstream. Can he make the move into the final chicane? He's going to try to get to the inside. Tim defends it. Tiger on the outside line. This move hasn't worked all race. Can Tim defend it? Tiger stays on the brakes. He goes around the outside, but he's gone wide. He's on the grass. And now Tim's back through and into the lead of the race. And it will be Attenborough then who takes the win, who takes the championship. And what a win it will be. An amazing battle to end the season off here in the NRL GT Sport League. And it is Tim who is your champion of the world. Incredible stuff. Wow, take a bow, Attenborough. A champion's drive, truly a champion's drive, and an honourable mention must go to this man, Bon Evil, who closed that gap down from almost 30 points to just 11 going into the final race of the season. He's done an excellent job this season as well, drifts around the final corner to boot. He will be runner-up in the championship today, but it's been an amazing season for him, one of his best in sim racing overall, just for Bon Evil. He can be very happy with his performance as well. Aston picks up his best result of the season. That conscious strategy really working for the Drama Alert car, and he now crosses the line in 4th place. Woody in his first race here at GT Sport finishes in the top 5. We'll be very happy with that. Wolfie once again beating his teammate and brother home to 6th place. Ted in 7th. Wolfie drifts out the final corner as well. Very nicely done there by the Irishman, and now Ted just waiting on him to finish the race. He gives it a nice drift as well, coming out of there. The champion then of season 1 in the Mercedes, Attenborough. What a race. What an amazing race. And just waiting for Ted to cross the line, I think. No, Wolfie's given the position to Ted as they cross the line. Look at the race. It's over now. And there we go. What a season. We had so many good battles throughout the whole year. A nice narrative with the championship leader, Tim. It looked like it was all slipping away from Aston when you go back to 2 or 3 races ago. Just couldn't find the rub of the green. Bon Evil won something like 4 wins from 5 races. I think you're going to get some post-season donuts. Hopefully, if the drivers can hear me. Get some post-season donuts. Just put it in the chat. Gonna get some donuts. Bon Evil then, the 2 BCR cars. Teams champions here in the NRL GT Sport League. Tiger Assassin ripping it round in the Lexus. He has had a great comeback in this season as well. At the latter stage of the season, after missing round 1, still wraps up 3rd position in the Drivers' Championship. He can be very happy with his performance. Likewise for Attenborough. Look at some lovely post-season donuts here. And here he is, the champ. The man himself, Attenborough. Getting down onto the grid with the rest of them. Your season 1 champion of the world. So, thank you to everyone in the chat for congratulating me on the commentary. Thank you, everyone. But yeah, this is what you'll do it for, bring you guys some good content. And we go into the off-season now. Planning will begin for season 2 Is there anyone out there who can stop Attenborough? If you think you can, feel free to sign up for next season. Oh, Matt's got a very nice livery on there. But yeah, we'll leave you with the spoils of the championship then. The end of season donuts. Love to see it. But yeah, from me, from everyone over here at the NRL who helps make these races happen, from all of the amazing drivers who have competed across this season in GT Sport, a big thank you to them. And yeah, we will see you next season, and I'll leave you then with Attenborough, your Season 1 champion, doing some donuts on the Exo Turn 1 here in Nurburgring. Well done everyone, and we'll see you next season.